Hi Geminis, how are you? I'm so happy to see you back here in our kingdom. And it is always good. Let's give us some room here. My goodness. Sheesh. 11 seconds. I all of a sudden felt like I was very claustrophobic. Like out of my bubble, out of my space. That's kind of how I'm feeling. 22, 11, 11, 22 there. So 11, 22 to 11, 11, 11, 22, 22 might be coming out for you a lot, Geminis. What is going on? We are going to see your fire, air, water, earth placements within your 5 and 2, your 5 elements, which is all you, honey. 5 and 1. 5 and 1 as Luke 12:49 speaks, but 5 and 1 is our masculine, 5 and 1 is our feminine. So 5 and 2, 5 loaves and 2 fish. And we're going to draw out the Star of David for you to see exactly how your elements can help encourage you within this whole outlook that we're going to see here in just a minute. I keep feeling claustrophobic. Keep feeling like it's almost like someone's too clingy, or like you need space, or like they're incoming. 111, 112 there, incoming. I kind of feel like it's just like, oof, like this is a bit much. All right, so Geminis, we as a fellow Gemini, 1, 2, 3, there's that ascension. Our operating system here is air. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the middle pillar here, and we're going to catch our first, our Aleph, our overall, the full energy here with the beginning. And then we're also going to close off the Star of David with the end, the Omega. But we're going to pull in the attributes of your elements, the fire, air, water, and earth placements. And then we're going to start with the air because that is our dominating current here. But we have to consider the middle of the inside of the middle pillar, which is that Jesus energy, where it all stems from, and the child with the sun and the moon. So hang in tight with me while I pull these cards, because I like to do them while you guys watch, because then you know that I'm not bullshit and a bullshitter. See, exactly. I feel like this person, this energy, it's someone else's energy that is starting to come in, and you're just like, you can't bullshit me anymore because I know your games, I know your tricks. How do I believe you? 2, 2, 2. See, there's that 2, 2, 2 right there, that balance. All right, so there's our overall, the beginning to all of this. Okay, now Lord, let's pull in this fire, air. Fire, 4, air, 2, 3, 4. Fire, air. Well, there's a new beginning there. Separation, air, truth to the wounds, clearing the airs, communication there. Okay, let's pull this fire for Gemini. It's fire for Gemini, Lord. Thank you. Okay, that's interesting. We're going to move on to air here. Fire and air, and that was an air card. Very incoming, huh? Look at, there's our air placement. So here's the top part of our Star of David, but really it's portals, it's eyes, it's the beginnings and the ends, it's doorways for the Empress to meet the Emperor. So now that this first outlook is here, we're going to pull into the middle pillar back again, because the 3, 2, 3, this all has to stem back from something. Okay, 3, 2, 3 here. That's interesting for me. Okay, so let's pull in this middle spot again, which brings back 3, 3, 3, the child, back to the beginning. And this will be the first bottom of the deck that we're going to see. Don't worry, it's going to be worth it, I promise. I promise. Lord, the bottom of the deck in this first triangle, please, this first pyramid. Thank you. All right. So now, as we reflect on, because Luke 12:49 states that there's 5 and 1 in one family, as we so spoke of beforehand. So now we have built the masculine side, the sun. In Psalm 119, that is the Resh, the boss, the head, the chief. 411 was there, the head of the house, the overall authority. It is the sun. However, we also have the moon here, okay? The moon is the Kuf in Psalm 119, and it is the back, but it's also what's hidden. It's on the inside. It is what's scary, what's emotional. It is the Empress inside the house cooking and cleaning while the Emperor is out making the money, right? So here we are, and we have the children on the inside, which is also our inner children, and how we are operating within our divine masculine and our divine feminine here. Okay, so now let's move on here, because once this air can transcend and transmute itself in its same energy, 444 just passed, because in 5 and 1 we have father against son and son against father. But then we have to consider the feminine reproduction, because there's always an electron to the atom. So then comes the mother, and it's mother against daughter and daughter against mother. But then it reproduces one more time, and it's mother against daughter-in-law and daughter-in-law against mother-in-law. So it's beautiful how much this divine feminine powerhouse really truly activates our spirit, and our spirit must be willing. It's beautiful. So let's see what happens when all this oxygen is calling in the hydrogen to cleanse the flood here, have this dominating power over the vessel to rebirth it, born anew. Okay, beautiful. I'm going to bounce back to there. Lord, let's pull these water placements for Gemini here. That one. Thank you, Father. All right, now we're going to bounce and move forward within this ascension, and we're going to pull Earth. I want you to keep in mind that we have all of these elements inside of us. It's just we completely operate out of okay, Old Testament shedding in New. Okay, Old Testament to the New Testament here. Lord, which one? This one, the one I keep looking at. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pull back from that original Aleph in Psalm 119, the Fool, because that's when the world ends and always goes back to the Omega, right? Or the Alpha and Omega. So let's pull this bottom, and then you're going to see, look at here. We've got a whole Star of David, but there's a center on the inside, the heart itself, the overall fuel to this beautiful, mirroring, beautiful Merkab, right? Here we go. So let's pull this last one, the beginning and the end, and this middle pillar here. Thank you so much, Lord. And then whatever is left will be the second card that we see on the bottom of the deck. It's going to be beautiful. We're going to breeze right through it, I promise. You're being so patient. I should give you a trophy for how patient you're being right now. Oh, it's that one. Thank you, Father. Okay. All right. So are you ready, Gem? Because I'm ready. Let's see your overall energy. What's really starting this, I really feel like you really compacted yourself. You're very introverted now because you've taken that hermit energy and you've gone within. And now it's just using that discernment. And that's why all of this incoming pressure, 7-11, is just like, oh, this doesn't belong to me. And for the first time, or in this habitual habits that you're making, you're seeing, okay, I don't like how my energy feels, or I feel it incoming, or I'm just going to be really overwhelmed by something that's incoming. We'll figure it out. All right, let's see the beginning here. 8 of Cups. This also brings out our throat chakra because it's blue. And Uno, we have the red, the yellow, the blue, and the green. The red I use for fire, the red I use for root, the red I use for wands. The yellow is air because oxygen and this photosynthesis of everything, right? Also for swords. It's also for the solar plexus chakra. And then we get transcend into the blue because it is the throat, it is the water, it is the cups. And then we have the earth, the green, the pentacles. But then we have all these little symbols and signs and rewinds and plus ones in between here that we really get to operate within those minor arcanas, the in-laws, that really fuel. Some of you are having problems with your in-laws and they're fueling your vessel to be off. Did you see what he just did there? Either way, this is just telling me that you're harboring someone else's emotion. And this emotion that you're harboring and holding space for isn't what's meant to be. I mean, look at this. This 8 is clearly booty up in the air, okay? That is a negative Aruni, and it is not going anywhere far. Because this negative 8 of Cups, this means that you're not able to walk away. And this is your middle pillar, honey. How are you going to be able to operate out of your true sun and moon and the balance of your star to put everything in order for you back to these numbers that you were originally prescribed? 8 is here in Psalm 119. This is the Tet. It is the snake and the snake eyes and the temptation that the snake brings down back into the basket. Your strength is taken over, sweetheart. 9/11, Yeshua just made himself presently known. However, look at this. I see 888. 8 is also infinity, the strength here overall. You have strength on the outside and you also have it on the inside. And the strength that you have on the inside is greater than the strength on the outside of you. Because what's made on the outside of you is not what's yours. It's what everyone has conditioned you to be, and you've just allowed it. And you continue to allow it because clearly you just feel very, you feel just, get away, like pepper spray, but like spiritual, you know? Like I'm imagining that, God is so funny. I'm imagining Sheldon with the air freshener going like this, you know? It's just like, you're just done. Like, okay, hair, you're just done. And it's like, you're just tainting my air now. Like you're crop dusting it and I can't smell it, but I'll feel it instead. And that's rude. So here we are with this 8 of Cups, but it was in the negative. So let's take another opportunity at this too, honey. Because if we have a negative 8 of Cups, that means we could have a positive 7 of Cups or a positive 9 of Cups. And still in this ascension, 9 is still inverting our energy and going in. 7 is that chariot, that overall communication. It's the het that comes before the tet. And the het just brings us back in Psalm 119 to the fence. And the fence is right here, this overall body of Christ and how this energy is being held. And look at it, it's drowning in itself because you're emotionally unstable in one certain aspect here, something that you just cannot walk away from. But the potential is there. Okay, let's move on. We're going to see this air placement. This is our overall dominating power. So normally we would start fire, air, the beginning, but this is where we're truly operating, and this is our present moment. This is everything else that's just adding pressure and also what's projected to come. So let's see, Gem. 111, excuse me. Oh my gosh. I meant to say 1111 when I looked up and then I said 111 instead. Do you see that? That was so funny. 111 and 1111, which would also mean that 11-1 would be over here. So 111, 111, and then 1111. So here's the deal is right now you're stuck in this present moment of where you're actually separating from this person. 1133. There's Ace of Pentacles here, but this is also this new start to your heart. But look at what I see, honey. Here's this indoor spectrum, the portal to your heart and the outside and the overall effects. You have 2 negative wands, but you have a positive one. So what's happening is that when you're able to walk away, these 2 wands are going to turn and transmute these wounds into light here for you, and then you're going to have 3 ups and the power of 3, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, to make this a 9 of Cups, and you are absolutely going to love yourself, honey. And if the 9 of Cups is there, that means that the 9 of Pentacles is there too, sweetheart. You're going to have everything stable on your own, and it's going to be so peaceful, and it's like all of a sudden I couldn't talk for a moment. It's been a long time coming, and now that it's finally being talked about, it's like it took so long to say that now it's taking so long to accept. But at the same time, it's like, okay, I said it. So 1234, there's that ascension again, Gem. I said it, so why isn't it acting upon as quick as I said it? Like, I'm ready. I'm just done. I'm ready. I want to bring in this balance. I need to get away from these emotions, and my strength is here. I have to go in to become stronger because my potential strength on the inside is greater than what it would be on the outside. And even Bill Nye tells us that our potential energy is going to be the greatest before it decides to finally move somewhere. And who decides it? You do. So let's go through with this water here. That's what would come next. And we have to make this a 3 before we go back to this original outcast here, okay? Because look, we started off here, but we're in this Gemini channel. Okay, and we still have all these operating avenues to go. It just depends on which way we're looking at this Star of David, okay, and which way we're starting. There's so many eyes here, and that's what's beautiful because eyes are everywhere. All right, so let's see this water. We already see water here, so I'm very curious because here's the deal too is you also might be a Gemini Cancer cusp because Cancer is water. I'm also a Gemini Cancer cusp, so that's probably why I'm resonating to this, but that's just for right now. Here's the deal, because I see these portals, I see these changes. And then we're looking at this here where 8 minus 1 is 7, so that'd be July, and then 8 plus 1 is 9, which would be September. So we have this Cancer, Leo, Virgo spectrum, and that could just be what else is coming too. This also could be the people around you that are causing this pressure. That's just a thought. Let's see this water. 1411 there. Shut up, Lord. Look at this. You're so drowning in yourself that you're not able to come up to land, honey. And if there's no land here, then you're not able to reset Psalm 119, the Samek, your temperance energy. Your nervous system really here, honey, on land and water, feminine and masculine, and everything that you have to offer yourself, which is completely blocked by this emotional strength that you're trying to rebuild up. The 8 is there, the strength, the potential, the opportunity, and it belongs to the 7, which is that chariot, the fence. But here, how can the fence even move up when it's blocked on its own? So the heart hasn't completely opened up yet. But look what's next, and what's fueling it is the throat chakra. So there's just a few more things that you got to face by yourself, sweetheart. There's a few more things that you got to say. There's a few more things that you just got to, you know what? They're never going to be anything more than what that was. It's never going to heal. I can't reconcile with that person because they're never going to validate my truth. There's just so many thoughts, so many things that the Lord's saying no. There's too much in your heart that you're focusing on that we have the wrong intentions for. And what we need to do is turn this from a negative big booty 8 to a sitting on its little tough at 8. Okay, little tough it because you're strong. I love this too because look at this blue and green. I mean, that's just beautiful to me. It's very calming. It's very comforting. It's your earth, honey. Look at this land and water. It's beautiful. 9 of Pentacles is still showing up there when that heart, that earth card is confirmed as well. So let's move on to the first bottom of the deck. So not only did we start that Star of David off this way, we've now shifted it, and the bottom is going to be here. So let's see how we can bring this back to center and then move forward and check out the earth and the fire. And fire must come on earth after that flood of the cleansing happens. 5 of Cups. That's so funny, Lord. Well, here's the deal. Here's the Ace of Pentacles. Here's more potential energy for you to really reflect on and not see the other side of it, or you can choose to see the other side of it. And when you choose to see the other side of it, you're going to see both opportunities of why it didn't work out, both mindsets. But here we go. Once again, there's the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit telling you, no, there was nothing there. No matter what it was, whatever hurts you, whatever you're hanging on to, whatever continues to come back and kind of just gives you that feeling. Well, here's 5 of Cups here, honey, but this is in the positive. So you're aware of this broken heart. You're aware of this separation that needs to take place, you know, because here's the restart over once you're ready. And that's when this will come into that positive, right? So not only are we looking at this Fool, we're looking at this 1. So that's the Magician 1 over time, but it's also the Fool again. And then we're looking at this opportunity of, well, if this isn't Ace of Pentacles yet, then what comes before that? Well, there's an Ace of Cups there, which is clearly right in here, but we also have that King of Cups and that Queen of Cups, and you have to have that self-path of forgiveness and self-path of love first before you can even include anyone else into it. Even if it's someone that's clingy, they're feeling that way because you're feeling the pressure on the inside. Whatever their energy is, I feel like it's just whatever's incoming. You're not going to expect it. So here's 555. I see that, Lord. Very funny. Things got to change for you. We got a 5 of Cups there. We also have a 4 of Cups, and we also have a 6 of Cups. So you're really ascending on and realizing, you know what, I have the power. 4 by 4 is also this 8 here, but it's also 16, which is all of our kings and our queens inside of our nations here. And here's this 5 again. So it's leading us back to this Hierophant energy. That Emperor is right beforehand in the 4, and then that 6 is that Lover's decision, which is us, sweetheart. So look at everything that you're doing. It's, you know, I have to have the strength to move on. This is 13 Cups right here. That Queen of Cups for me on the inside needs to be able to love myself better. And I can't do it with all that negativity that keeps crushing me a little bit. I also have the opportunity for it to be my King of Cups because it's right there on the opposite side. No matter if I'm feminine or masculine, we are still having the 5 loaves and 2 fish here. He is being truthful and consistent because after the Cups does come the Pentacles, and he says, look at, you're blocking your own abundance in for you. The negative mindset's already gone. We just have to stable the emotions a little bit. We have to be able to accept them and move on and understand things that we weren't able to understand before. But this is back where we have to talk about that spirit being willing. Okay, I love that so much. We're going to bounce back over to here and we're going to hit this earth because that's what would come next. And it's clearly here. He's already projecting it in the future for us. So let's see. One Ace of Swords. Well, look at it's on the back side of this Ace of Pentacles, 2 by 2, restoring our vessel here, brand new. But we also have, that's us, our spiritual backbone and the willing spirit. And look at it came up positive. So we have that 2 against 1, the 2 for 1 deal. I love it so much because when you accept Yeshua, you accept Jehovah and everything that he has to offer you, which is good in the truth. We also have that solar plexus chakra that's able to bounce back from that heart chakra opening, because it's going to bounce back from that throat, because this is still 2 by 2 here. The heart's in the middle here, but it is the soul's nucleus. It powers everything. When the throat opens, so does the third eye and the crown. But here's what's amazing is that you're finally going to act upon all the things that you've been hanging on to for too long. They're finally going to come to fruition. 511 is here. There's a false spirit around you, and that could be what's making you feel really, really clingy, but you're finally going to understand the boundary and you're not going to feel bad about it. 2011 was there. I love that. We also have 11 there. Very funny, Lord. 11 as 1 and 1, which makes 2. I love that so much. The real balance of divine feminine, divine masculine. Okay. So let's transcend on, transmute our energy some more. And once earth can meet fire, the whole process starts all over again. We're going to check out the Omega, check out the bottom of the deck. We're going to clarify anything we need to with the tarot, and then we're going to pull a chakra card. It's going to be fun, so buckle up. All right, let's check this fire. Yes. Okay, I love this so much. And I saw this card, so that's why I was like, that's going to be interesting. Because this is this fire. But the oxygen's obviously there, right? And oxygen just goes back to being an acid former. So he's really just brewing you to have this whole new start in your potential energy from the very inside. So I'm very curious, 2111, as to what the bottom of this deck is going to be, because it is the overall start as well. So here we go. And we talked about having the potential of 3 total and that 1 more and the 1 switching, 2122 there. Look at how many 1s you got there, honey. There's 5. There's 5 wands. And we talked about that right here. And cups, 2 by 2 is still wands, but the swords have to be in there internally because of this. And this is 2 by 2 from these pentacles. So do you see how he's being truthful and consistent? I love it so much, honey. This also brings in the Fool. It also brings in that magician energy. And that is us again in the house of communication and being able to speak with ourselves and know, you know what, I am right about that decision. I'm not going to feel bad about it anymore. I don't want it to allow me to pressure me, because it's just going to manipulate me when I am allowing to make my own choices and my own decisions here, because I'm not going to be emotionally driven. I'm going to be logical and see the potential that I have to move on from this. I'm going to be able to be my own magician and make my own decisions. And that's that too. I love it so much. Now, let's see the end of this 8 of Cups here. Let's see what has transcended through this whole entire flow. I love this so much too, Gem, because we don't have any red here. 2222. Ooh, oh my God, I gotta sip some high quality H2O. Okay, but look at, there's no fire. There's no wands. There's no root insecurities. There's nothing here to hold you back besides these movements that you need to make yourself, and they're in the process. I mean, we clearly see it revving up here, and as the projection moves forward, it's all going to come to balance because it's even Steven right here. Look at, you're going to be able to stop that intentions and the blockages and be able to produce more, and you're going to be able to balance out your 1 and 1. Okay, your 5 and 1 and your 5 and 1 is where I'm getting that from, but your 2 fish. Okay. Earth, water has to be there, air, fire has to be there. So it's just the inside, outside reflections, and they are very balanced, because look at that. I love it so much, Lord. Thank you for always having my back. And look at, we have 2 by 2. Look at this. Oh my God, I'm such a giddy kid for God. I love it. 2 by 2 by 2, but there's no red here, boo. Okay, if there's red here, I'm going to ship my spiritual self. Okay, let's see the Omega here. This is the death, the ending, what's really going to help you move forward as long as you are willing, okay? And he is good, ain't he? He is good all the time. His timing is perfect. He is patient with us. He is patient for us. He sees the opportunity here. And look at this, still is truthful and consistent with this Pentacles energy. You can continue to block yourself, child, or you can move yourself in the other direction. You can move yourself with the solar plexus energy. You can change your opportunity to balance your heart and your mind together when you continue to speak, because you are your own queen and king of cups. And the opportunity to grow and invest is right here. I love that so much. And 2 by 3 and 3 and 2. Luke 12:49 also speaks how there's always 2 and 3 and 3 against 2. And that clearly speaks it right here. I love it so much. We also have 3 in between there as well. 3 of cups, the overall celebration of being able to manifest whatever it is that you want. And these blockages that you're having a hard time really accepting that they're yours. The frequency of allowance is here to be able to bring this all in for you and to be able to understand, you know what? This is me. This is my potential. This is what I'm accepting, and I am worthy and deserving of this because God said so and he is good. All right, are you ready to see the bottom of this card? Like, I so am. Oh my gosh. Whew. All right, let's see. We're both going to see it together at the same time. Ace of Cups. Lord, I love you so much. Oh, I love you so much. I love you so much, Lord. This is this opening, this brand new throat chakra, this blockage that's being taken away, this overall start and this balance of over and over and over, and being able to willing to shed the emotions off, being able to leave it behind. And if that Ace of Cups is there again all over, that means that King came in. Maybe that person that's overwhelming you, or you feel that incomingness, it's the person for you. I don't know. We'll tarot that up here in just a second. I love that so much. Also, before we see the next, look at this. He's still truthful and consistent. I love it so much. 2 and 3, 2 and 3, 3 against 2, and 3 against 2. I love it because this is 2 by 2, and that's 2 by 2 as well. Back and front, sun and moon. I love it. Let's see one more. -9 of Swords. See, exactly. That mindset's going to go away. The fear that you're holding on to, that's only manipulating your vessel. When Lord says, look, you're just so close, my child. You're so close. You're able to bring in everything that you ever wanted for you. He's also bringing this. 7 of Cups. Shut up, Lord. This 9 of Pentacles. Okay. 9 of Swords. 9 of Pentacles would have to be here 2 by 2, so that's very funny, Lord. But this -7 of Cups, so he's telling you, look at this -9 is bringing in all of this, that clinginess, that mental anxiety, that, oh no, this is too much. Like, it just doesn't feel right. Like, you're unpredictable. I can't trust you. And there's that -7 of Cups right there. So you're doing a very great job at using that gift of discernment and being able to utilize your spiritual consequences, jackpot meter going off, and realize, you know, this doesn't feel right. And I'm not going to serve this anymore. I'm not going to feel bad over it. I'm honoring myself. I love that so much because look at, we already said that 6 of Cups was there. I don't want to see that next card yet. And it's hidden there, honey. You just got to find it, but it's there. It's right there on the back side. You just got to go in a little bit further. One more. 5 of Swords. Oh, we have 2 under here. I wonder what this is. Or one. Oh my gosh. 4 of Pentacles. Heart chakra is also our 4th chakra. So 444 is here. You are very protective. Even when this spiritual warfare comes in, look at, here's the red right there that's coming out. Yep, look at, he's like, nope, I'm blocking all of it from my child because Jesus fights your battles, honey. What's this? -2 of Cups. Look at that. 2, 5, 7, and 8. Well, that 5 and 2 is right here. And then we have that 7 and 2, which is 14 Cups. It's that King of Cups. So there he is projecting himself again. 8 and 2 is going to be that 10 of Cups. 28, 11 there. That's very funny. Okay, let's move on here, Gem. Let's see this really quick. Let's grab this tarot deck. Lord, I want to see what this 8 of Cups is about. That's what I want to see. The Devil. Numero 15, this Tropic of Capricorn energy, but the Devil. The Devil is blocking you from walking away emotionally. Look at the World is right there, honey. Look at that. The World. We already talked about that. The Devil's blocking you from killing yourself over and over and over in the positive light. I know that sounds really awkward, but give me a moment here. You're already dying because we're sinning in this emotional hell, and we're allowing him to manipulate because that power was right there. We saw it. But when the world dies, we let go of these emotions. Let's see what happens next. Queen of Cups in the negative at 29:11. Shut up. 11:11. When we die for ourselves, and we also die for Christ. We've been talking about that Queen of Cups. Shut up, Lord. I love you so much. And 10 of Pentacles. But if that 10 of Pentacles is there, honey, that 10 of Cups had to be there first. And we saw that already as well. Oh my gosh. 8 of Swords. Shut up. It would be on the right backside of that 9 of Swords, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's very much interference, which is why that, it's because it just needs to be breaking away. And that 8 of Swords is also on the backside of that 8 of Cups. But that overall strength is there, honey. I promise. The Devil here. Let's see what's next. Ace of Cups. You are joking me, Lord. It's right there, just in case. You're seeing it for yourself here, honey. My goodness. Ace of Cups. 2 of Cups right there. Look at all of this new love that's coming in. Because it's in, it'll be out. Once it's on the 5D, it has to project into the 3D. So when your 5D is feeling all of this confuction from the devil, your 5D is going to transmute that also out to the 3D, and that's what's happening. And as your inner spirit, your child is coming out, your male and your girl, your inner boy and your inner girl, what's happening is that your true self is not responding well to it because it's not your energy anymore, which is why the devil is very present. Oh my gosh. 6 of Swords. Here we go. We saw that 8 and that 9, but he's descending you back to that balancing air to bring you that water here on land. Oh my gosh. I love that so much. Sheesh, we barely even pulled a card on that. My goodness. All right, Lord. Well, let's do that 8 of Cups one more time because so much of that just came out. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups here, Lord, for Gemini. There it is. Let's see. 10 of Pentacles. You have to walk away from everything that you've ever invested yourself in, honey, and this is everything separated because you cannot heal in the place that you got sick. This is family, this is friends, this is your whole life, and even Jesus was rejected in his hometown, honey. You, yourself, is the only power that you need, and the 3 special frequencies, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, to help you out, honey. Oh my gosh. 9 of Cups. Shut up, Lord. I love it. Lord, let's face this. I want to do this reversed arrow within this heart chakra. What's going to open up your heart, honey? What is it that's going to help you understand? To bring in that 9 of Cups, to be able to open up that throat chakra, to be able to really not give a shit about anyone else. Whoa, that was weird how that came out. The World again. Yeah, not give a shit about anyone else. Fuck the world. Fuck the world and everything in it. And that's 1 John 2:15, but that's our Kingdom's edition. So sorry, God. But seriously, we put too much pressure on ourselves from the world. And we said that, 32:11. Oh my God, it's just so heavy. It's just so heavy. Well, guess what? I wasn't meant to have this burden of being heavy. I had this burden of being light. Okay, what else is here? 2 of Cups in the negative came back out again. Look at this overall balance of my heart. My 5 and 2, my 5 and 2, my red fish and my blue fish. Oh my gosh, 6 of Swords came back out. 3 of Wands and 7 of Wands. Well, there's that 10 of Wands. So this incoming pressure, it's just, look at this. It didn't work for a reason. I'm always defensive. I had victory to begin with. I'm fine on my own with this 3 of Wands. I have this experience beforehand, but I'm not going to let this card wants to come out here. Which one, Lord? I'm not going to let it overcome me because I already had that experience and I learned. I have the 6 of Swords because I have the mental balance to know that either 33, I can keep myself on this island and screw myself over, or I can continue to sail on and move forward within this 2 of Cups to renew my faith over and over and over. 33:11, as it's refilling my Ace of Cups, it's overflowing into my loaves. Okay, my elements here. What's with this card here? The Empress in the negative. Shut up, Lord. 33:22. 2 against 3 and 3 against 2. Oh my gosh, Lord. Gemini, I love you so much. 33:33 right here. Great things are coming. One more on the bottom of the deck says 2 of Wands in the negative. And that Empress, I love it so much. Have faith. You are moving on in the right direction. Your Empress, higher self, your inner girl, all grown up. She's leading you in the right direction. I'm sorry for the burp, but we're getting started here. I love this so much because if that Empress is incoming, honey, that Emperor is only going to be there. So whether you are feminine or masculine, your true wish fulfillment will come back to you and will come in. It continues to that 2 of Cups, 2 of Cups, 2 of Cups. Someone is incoming for you. Someone. 9 of Cups came back out, honey. Yeah, your true self is incoming for you. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, Lord. Let's grab one last little chakra card here. Really get this attention, setting our hearts open, being able to open up our Empress powerhouse, the throat, the third eye, and the no. 34, 34, 7 and 7. See? All right, Lord, Gemini energy, please. Well, Crown, destiny in the negative. See, our Empress is allowing us to recognize I have a whole bunch of potential. It's got to go somewhere. And look at the Lord is just saying, look, this is your good side and your bad side, your sun and your moon. And they're not going to be able to work together for us to bring you to destiny until you're willing. That was in the negative. So let's honor at 3511. My goodness. What is this? Is that turned over? Oh, the Empress. How'd that get there? She turned her back because you haven't accepted her yet here. Sacral chakra here. Wow, look at those third eyes coming out to the 2 purples, and then it's backed up by the throat chakra. I'm very curious because it's all stemming from this guilt that you have. Everything that the powers of the world has put on you, your family, your generations, your coworkers, your friends, yourself, because you are the one that adapted those behaviors, honey. And you don't got to be guilty anymore. You don't need to feel guilty anymore. I would also, too, like to learn from this. So if you have any tips, let me know below. Because I literally asked God today, God, help me not feel so guilty anymore. I don't want to feel guilty because guilty comes from the devil, Mama says. Okay? Look at that. That sacral chakra is what's blocking that full heart's potential. Forgiveness is here in the third eye. That child, the star card overall. In Psalm 119, this is the Zadi. It is the fish hook because it brings, God brings the act to divide the lovers down into the tower and pulls them back up and saves them and rises them up above into the Tropic of Cancer from the Tropic of Capricorn where we were born into. And isn't this beautiful? Your hardened heart, that's as hard as a rhinoceros skin, it's going to open up and you're going to be able to embrace your inner boy in there specifically. And look at this. This faith here is in the negative because you're already so faithful. And it's just going to open it more. It's already going to encourage you so much. But there's also some of you that are denying your faith. But it's going to open up and transcend everything when you're able to forgive, honey. Because the only person that you really have to forgive is yourself. And if you forgive them, then they are forgiven. But you need to forgive yourself. And if you don't forgive yourself, then you are not forgiven, honey. Look at that. That throat chakra said expansion. We've been talking about that throat chakra, honey. Look at that. Look at that. He's just waiting. He's waiting to come in and expand you. It's beautiful. I love you. Wounds into light.